warm-up today, just marching on the spot, really thinking about your posture. I'm just looking at my vision of myself there. I've got a bit of a line of the wall behind me. So in that way I can see whether I'm getting much of a wobble. That's not what we want. We want to keep nice and centered while you're lifting your arms and swinging, lifting your legs and swinging the arms. So trying to be aware of your posture and your core stability while you're walking. Just make sure all those muscles are working correctly. All right, we're going to change to a side step. So just one step to the side, together, lifting the feet, making sure you're not sliding the feet along the floor, and a little bit of a soft knee bounce. That's it. Just taking a comfortable width step. We're working those side hip muscles with this exercise. And then changing to a forward step. So start off with your right leg, stepping forward, together, back, together, forward and back. You can leave that chair close by you while you do that. That's fine as well. Forward and back, forward and back. And with this one, you're really thinking about the back leg pushing yourself forward. It's propelling you forward rather than the front leg lifting and stepping. You want to push back with that back leg, leading with the right leg. Do one more forward and back. Just march on the spot, getting ready to change to lead with the left leg this time. So left, right, and off we go. Left, right, right. Thinking about that back leg again, pushing yourself forward. That gets your glutes working. They're the most important ones to keep you upright. Forward and back. That's it, and just marching on the spot to finish. All right, so we've warmed up those muscles around the legs and our usual stretches. So calf stretch first. Check that back foot position. Nice long stride. Keep the back leg straight as you bend the front leg forward. Hold that stretch. If you've got any pain in that foot, then you need to just ease right off. Otherwise, just a moderate stretch in that back calf muscle. And relaxing off. And stretching again, pushing forward, keeping the back heel flat, back knee perfectly straight, push it right back. And stepping forward, we'll change over to the other side. Nice long stride if you can. Check your back foot position, make sure it's facing straight, not turned out. Keep your back leg straight as you lunge forward. Hold it there. Nice long stretch for about 20 seconds if you can. And then relaxing off. Second stretch on that same side. Lunging forward, keep the heel planted. Back knee perfectly straight. Hold it there. Good. And stepping forward, we'll change back to the other foot behind. The front leg stays straight this time with the toes pulled up. And then sitting your bottom back as if you're going to sit down on a chair. We're stretching out the back of the thigh, the hamstrings there. And coming up, give that bent leg a little bit of a rest. And again, tilting forward, keep the bottom poked out. Keep your scoop in your lower back, that saddle in your back. And of course, if you've got problems with your knee, you can always do this stretch sitting down. So we'll do the other side. either standing or sitting. Front leg stretch. Sit your bottom back towards the chair, imaginary chair. Feeling the stretch at the back of the leg, just a moderate stretch. Really lengthening the muscle. And then coming upright. And the second stretch on that side. Looking forward. Make sure you're not curling over. Stretching the bottom out. Good. And standing upright. While you're standing nice and straight, we're doing our thigh stretch as well as hamstring kickbacks. So keep the thighs level with each other as you kick your heel back towards your bottom and feel a bit of a tug at the front of the thigh. Keep going with that one. Kicking back. Nice quick movement there. Don't keep that knee back as well. Don't let it come forward. And change over to the other side. Same thing, kicking back. Keep that posture of your upper body, your shoulders over your hips and over your knees. Using those hamstring muscles to pull the heel up towards your bottom. Good. And stopping there. All right. We'll go on to some arm stretches. So with your feet apart, so for a good stable base, place your right hand on your shoulder blade. With the other hand, just help that elbow up, helping your hand slide down between your shoulder blades if you can, or just as far as you comfortably can. Don't push through any pain, just a bit of a stretch. Just nudge into a stretch. And relaxing it off. Second stretch, same side, lifting up and over. We're feeling that stretch all the way from the elbow down to the hip. And relaxing it off. We'll change over to the left side. Lifting that elbow up and over. Feel a moderate stretch, don't push through any pinching pain. Just a gentle stretch. And relaxing up. And lifting up and over again. Good. Really feeling your spine lifting, your ribs lifting, stretching nice and tall. Good. And relaxing up. Hands behind your back and stretching away from your body. Open up the front of the chest. That's it. Hold it there. Make sure that your head doesn't come forward. Keep it back. And relaxing up again. And second stretch. Hands back away from your back. Open up the front of the chest. And relaxing up. Give the hands a bit of a shake after that stretch. And we're going on to some pendulum exercises for the arms. As I said, we're going to concentrate a fair bit on arms and upper body movements. So while you're leaning back against the chair, have your feet apart, nice and long stride, leaning forward as far as you can and let your arm dangle. So we're starting off with our forward and backward swinging pendulum movement. Kind of let your arm go nice and long. Keep your lower tummy tucked in to support your back while you're leaning forward. And then swinging the arm across your body and out to the side. It might just be small movements, or if you can swing a little bit more, then increase that effort. And then circles. Big stirring action with the whole arm. And circling back the other way. Good. Good, and stopping there. We're walking forward to the chair as you slowly uncurl. Don't do any sudden movements with the spine after bending forward. Have your feet apart, hands behind your back, thumbs on either side of your spine, and gently press your hips forward as you bring your shoulders back. If you need to hold on for a bit of balance, that's fine. And then coming upright, and hips forward, shoulders back, so the movement's happening in your lower back. And coming upright. One more. Stretching shoulders back. Good. And coming upright. We'll do our pendulum exercise on the other side. And again, feet apart, nice long stride for support and stability as you swing your arm forward and back. Little pendulum movement there, loosening up the shoulder joints. We'll keep on going even though the music's changed, and we'll go sideways across your body and out to the side. Nice gentle swinging action, not too much muscle activity there. And then circling. Remember to keep your tummy tucked in to support your back. And then circling back the other way. Good. And walking forward, slowly uncurling as you stand up straight, feet apart, and we'll do 3 more of those back stretches. Hands on either side of the spine, behind your hips, and then gently pressing the hips forward, shoulders back. Make sure you're not looking up at the ceiling. That can really send you toppling over backwards. Or hold on to the chair. And coming upright. And 2 more of those. Hips forward, shoulders back, looking straight ahead. Don't lift the chin. And coming upright. And again. Hips forward, shoulders back. And coming upright. Okay. We'll just do some sideways tilting now. So again, feet apart, about hip width apart, hands on your hips and tilting down to the side, leaning through your hands. So it's your arms taking the force, but you're getting the movement from your spine. Coming upright and over to the other side. Nice smooth movements. Coming upright, down to the other side, and up, and down to the side again, and coming upright, down, and coming upright, and down to the other side, and upright. Okay. With your feet just slightly apart, nice comfortable distance apart, and we're thinking about the pressure through the soles of your feet. We're going on to our side weight shifting. So you're shifting your weight over to one side. Just feel all the pressure through one leg and making sure the weight is even across that foot. And then shifting over to the other side, feeling how far you can go before you start to bend and compensate. Over to the other side. Feeling nice and strong and stable around your hip. Over to the other side. Holding it there. Over again. You do need to hold on for a bit of reassurance, then have that chair nice and handy. And over again. Being aware that you're not dropping your hip out to the side. Keep the tummy tucked under, your bottom tucked under. And over to the other side. Stretching nice and tall. And this time, as you shift your weight over to the other side, we're going to deliberately lift a little bit higher up off the hip. So not from your shoulders, but lifting from the hip and the waist. And over to the other side, lifting vertically, growing a couple of extra centimeters. And over to the other side. lifting up off your hip. That's working all these core muscles to do that action. And over to the other side, lifting up. Very subtle movement, but very important. Over to the other side, lifting up, holding that stability, that nice stable position. Over to the other side, lifting up off the hip. And while you hold that position, just see if you can bend the opposite knee, lifting the heel, and maintain that stability. Over to the other side, lifting up, using those core muscles, maintain that position as you bend the opposite knee. And over, cross, lift, and bend opposite knee. Over again, lift, bend opposite knee. It's quite handy to do these sort of subtle movements in front of the mirror so that you can actually see how you're maintaining your posture, or if you're compensating by using your shoulders or your hips. So just we'll do one more. Lift and bending opposite knee. And relaxing back into the center. Okay, we'll do some exercises while we're sitting down, give the legs a little bit of a rest. So we'll go back to our arm movement. Okay, I might fast forward that music a bit. Okay, so while you're sitting forward to the front of the chair, I want you to stay nice and tall, and we're placing hands on hips and tilting forward and coming upright. So we're mobilizing the lower part of our spine with this. And coming back, forward, and coming upright, tilting forward. Remember, as you tilt forward, lifting the chest or keeping it lifted, don't let it sink down. Come back to the mid position and forward again, and back to the center. Okay, we're adding our arms this time. Start with your hands on your knees, shoulders down and back, and we're reaching forward and up to the ceiling as you tilt your hips forward. Keep the chest lifted and lowering it down slowly and smoothly. Shoulders down and back, reaching forward and up, looking at your fingertips as you can. If you can, that helps to keep your chest lifted. And lowering it down slowly and smoothly. Shoulders down and back. Reaching forward and up. And lowering it down. And one more of those, shoulders down and back. Reaching forward and up again. And lowering it down. Place your hands on the sides of your hips again. This time a side tilt. We're shifting our weight over to one side, but lifting and lengthening the spine on that same side. Shifting over to the other side and lift and lengthen on that side. Over to the other side and lift. And over to the other side and lift, lengthen. It might be easier to think about lengthening the spine up to the ceiling. And over again, and lengthening that side that you're shifting your weight towards. So this is to keep that spine nice and mobile, keep the tummy muscles working to support your spine and your posture, which is so important for your balance. And it looks great. One more over to the other side. Lengthening that side and back into the center. We're going to add in our arms this time as you shift your weight over to the side and reach up. Just be careful that you don't reach too far and tip over off that chair. And over to the other side. And lifting up, reaching up to the side. And back to the center. Over to the side again and reaching up. And down, over to the side, lengthening and reaching, and down, over to the side, and reach again. And last one, over to the other side, stretch and reach. And relaxing it down. Okay, going on to our sit to stand practice. So you should be in the right position forward on your chair so that your feet are back behind the level of your knees. Knees stay apart, try not to squeeze them together. If you want to put your hands on your hips or your knees or push off the seat, any of those positions is fine. So we're getting our weight forward over our toes. Keep the chest lifted as you stretch up. Just step back, feel the chair, you know where it is. And bottom back, knees forward, slowly sitting down. Doing 5 of those. And tilting forward, stretching up. Knees forward, coming back down slowly. Nice soft landing, no plonking. And forward and up. Knees forward and down. 2 more if you can. If your knees are starting to get sore, just stop and give them a rest. Stretching up. Knees forward, bottom back. And 1 more, sit to stand. Forward and up. And we'll stay standing and we'll go on to do some exercises with your hand weights now. So I'll just move my chair out of the way and get the weights. Okay. So we'll start off with 1 weight in your hand. I'm going to start in my left hand and leaning back against the backrest of the chair in that forward lean position. Keep your elbow tucked in. The upper arm stays in line with my body. So just lifting the weight back behind and then bending the arm so it's vertical again. So it's just that 90-degree movement as you lift back and hold and then lowering it down towards the floor. And back and hold and bending slightly. Back and hold and down. Back and hold, and down, back, and down. So this is getting those triceps, the muscles on the back of the upper arm, nice and strong, while you're stabilizing the rest of your shoulder and neck muscles. Lifting back, hold, and down, and lift back and hold. And down. And we're walking forward to the chair as we slowly uncurl. Let's do a hand behind back stretch. This time with your hands facing down to the floor and press down. Shoulder blades down and back towards your tailbone. And relaxing up. And pressing hands down to the floor again. Let it feel your spine lengthening in response to that downward pressure, and relax. And 1 more, pressing down as your spine lengthens. And relaxing off. Okay, the weight in the other hand now, doing our triceps pushbacks. So feet apart for good stability, elbow tucked into your side, and just lifting the weight back behind. And then lowering it down. I'll turn around to the other side just so that you can see the position of my upper arm. That's the important part. Lifting back and hold. And down. Back and hold. And down. Back and hold. And down. And back. And down. Back and down and back. Really feel those muscles at the back of the arms working. We just do a couple more on that side, lifting back, hold it there, and down, and back and hold again, and down. Good. All right, we'll use both weights now. So while you're standing nice and tall, we'll do our biceps curls. So keeping your elbows tucked in, and we're going to lift and lower and alternate sides. So a biceps curl. You can have your palm facing in towards you like I have, with the thumb facing forward. Or if you're more comfortable, you can have your palm facing forward. Palm facing forward. Either is fine. Bending and straightening, alternating sides. Nice and smooth and controlled though. Really thinking about the movement with each bend, each side. And we start with our hands at shoulder height for this next exercise, and again alternating sides, but lifting up to the ceiling and back down. Alternating the other side and down. Remember, if you have got shoulder problems and this is a little bit painful, you can do it without the weight. Nice smooth movement. Trying to get the arm close to your ear as you lift it straight up. If you have it forward in front of your body, then that puts a lot of strain on your shoulder joint. Wanting to just work the muscles without straining the shoulder joint. Good. Keep going, alternating sides. And one more, each side. Very good, and back down. This time our forward presses, so that can put a lot of strain on your shoulder joint. So again, you can do it without the weight if you prefer. So we're keeping shoulders down and back as you do that forward press movement. Try and keep the neck nice and long. Nice smooth movement, pressing forward and back. So we're strengthening up the muscles in the shoulders and the arms. That helps to strengthen the bones as well. As the muscles pull on the bones respond by getting stronger, laying down more calcium. Good. One more each side. And hopefully your muscles are starting to feel like they're getting a bit tired. So we'll stretch them out again. And we'll do our hand behind back stretch, pressing down to the floor. Nice long stretch there. And relaxing off. Pressing down again. That helps to stretch out the muscles across the top of your neck as well. And relaxing off. Hands in front and pressing your hands forward. Keep the neck nice and long. And relaxing. And pressing forward again. This stretches the muscles between your shoulder blades that have been working quite hard. And relaxing. Hands on the top of your head. Turning your palms up to the ceiling. Pressing up. And this stretches the muscles that go from your ribs down to your pelvis. And relaxing off. And again, hands up to the ceiling, stretching up. And relaxing down. Just relax the arms down by your side. Feet apart, knees soft, arms crossed. And taking a long breath in as you stretch up to the ceiling. And breathing out, big sigh. And breathing in again, stretching up. And letting the air out. Remember to loosen and relax the muscles as you come back down. Stretching up again. And breathing out. And one more. Nice long breath in. And relaxing as you drop down. Standing up nice and tall. And we'll just do some shoulder circles. Your final relax and loosening up. The arms relaxed by your side. Feeling those shoulder blades moving around your upper back. Good. And then relaxing as you keep your shoulders down and back and feeling nice and tall and strong after doing all those wonderful exercises. So well done, everybody. Let's press all my buttons.